Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2006 horror film Final Destination 3. That's 4. 3. Final Destination 3. So this came out, what did I say, 2006? 93 minutes long, very quick. It stars Elizabeth Mary Winstead? I can never remember her name. She's got 3 names. She's going to be playing Harrison Dula in the Ahsoka series. I can't wait. She's in Birds of Prey. She's in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. She plays Ramona Flowers. She's Mary Elizabeth Weinstein. There we go. Got it. So this is 6 years after the fated Flight 180, exploded with Alex Browning's, Devon Sawa's character of Alex Browning, his vision of the plane exploding, and then, that stuff. The second corresponded to witnessing the aftermath deaths of the sole survivors. So, what's up with the third? How does the third tie into all of this? The third has a similar chain of events, starting out with a roller coaster, right? A roller coaster derailment with a group of, high school friends. That Mary Elizabeth's character, is seeing and then freaks out. So then people get off the roller coaster, right? The hydraulics tube comes loose and the juice flies out, and that's what's causing the problems. But then the camera falls onto the rails and all hell breaks loose, right? So Mary Elizabeth's character, is taking pictures she's taking pictures for the yearbook at the amusement park that the seniors are going to for a trip. And the pictures are inadvertently then telling how the survivors of that are going to die, which is interesting. So we then have, a drive-through accident with a runaway truck causing a death. There's a tanning bed causing death scene that's very like hot dogs on a gas station grill. It still cringes me out all these times. What else? The big fireworks display at the end. There's the hardware store, murder scenes going on. It's all, again, Rube Goldberg effects. So what falls off a shelf and hits a lever and causes this thing to go forward and slices that and blah, 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 right? Wonderful. The only combo into this as a franchise is Flight 180 is referenced, that a kid had premonitions and, got some people off the plane, and then they wind up dying coincidentally afterwards in, strange occurrences, freak accidents, that Mary Elizabeth's character was experiencing similar stuff to Alex. Not any correlation, because Allie's character of Clear was killed off in the second. So there's no other survivor of that original Flight 180 stuff back in 2000 to then push it forward into, the 2006 time of the roller coaster accident and the friends, their death moving forward as well. So it's a good horror kind of film. It's not too over the top. It's a lot of physics involved. Like, if your head gets hit with a rotating thing, obviously brain matter is going to fly this way along with blood. So, like, it was very practical, which I thought was very smart in doing that. It wasn't fantastical in a, very fantasy kind of death scenario. It was very, if you got 50, nails to the head from a nail gun inadvertently, how would that work, right? Would you immediately die? Would it be slow? How does that work? If they were 6-inch screws kind of a thing, or 9-inch screw, whatever, right? Nails. So it was, I liked the practicality of it in a horror aspect. And again, it's freaky. If you slip on one thing, you could, land your face on a saw kind of a thing. So I didn't find it as scary, like terrifying as the first two, because those were more like, brings the horror to it. I know James Wong directed the third, and I believe he directed the first as well. So it still had a good ground to it. Wasn't as scary as the first two, but I do like the flow of death, and death as an entity is, just as an energy force explained in this, that you can't avoid them if you can't avoid death, if you're on death's list. So I thought it was a nice addition to the franchise, had some memorable deaths to it. I'm curious what the fourth and fifth have to do with the franchise as a whole, going back again to the Flight 180 bit and Alex's character. I don't remember seeing the fourth. I don't remember seeing the fifth. So we'll see. We'll see if I actually did see them and I just blocked them out of my memory. Maybe they were just so bad I just chose not to remember them. It's possible. It happens sometimes. Not all the time, but it happens sometimes. So I'm very curious if that's the case with the fourth and fifth in the franchise. But I love the franchise as a whole. It's spooky because it's possible. It's just weird. It's weird. Weird. Death is an intriguing entity, an intriguing finale. There's no guarantee in life except death. Everyone dies, and that's what's scary about it. Is that everyone has certain lives to live after birth, and then everybody dies. No one lives forever. Everybody dies, and it's just final. It's weird. It's weird that that's where everybody goes to. Everybody will die. No one lives forever. Nothing lives forever. But then, what may you come back as? Let's see. All right, enough philosophy. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.